You're born. It's cold, really cold, the kind of cold that makes your fur freeze before you even open your eyes. You're lying in a little cave, your mom barely acknowledging your existence, probably because she's already too tired from giving birth in the Himalayas. She sniffs you, gives you a quick lick, and then goes back to sleep like you're just another Tuesday. Congratulations, little Snow Leopard. You're alive for now. Everything is covered in snow, and you can barely move without tripping over your own tail. You're blind, weak, and, to be honest, you don't even know what's happening. But you do know one thing. If you don't figure out how to stay alive, it's game over. So, you start wobbling around, desperately trying to find your mom, because she's the only thing keeping you from becoming someone else's dinner. Too bad she's already halfway up a mountain, looking for food, while you're stuck here wondering why you ever thought being born was a good idea. Chapter 1. Cubhood, The Art of Being Useless. The first few weeks of your life are frankly pathetic. You're blind, deaf, and about as useful as a wet sock. You wiggle around in the dark, desperately trying to find warmth, milk, and some reason why this freezing nightmare is worth living. Your mom, on the other hand, has already mastered the fine art of single motherhood in hellish conditions. She has to leave you alone in the den for hours, sometimes days, just to go hunt. So, while she's out performing Olympic level parkour to bring back food, you sit there, helpless, waiting, and occasionally mewing like a broken squeaky toy. Eventually, you open your eyes, big, round, adorable, and absolutely useless eyes. Now you can see the world, and wow, it's just a bunch of rocks and snow. Exciting. By the time you start wobbling around on your own four paws, your mom decides it's time for you to actually do something with your life. She starts by dragging back half-eaten prey to the den, just so you can practice the fine art of eating something that isn't milk. The first few attempts are rough. Fur, gross, bones, confusing, raw meat. Wait, this is actually kind of good. You, my little snow fluff, are officially a carnivore now. Chapter 2. Kitten Boot Camp. Lesson 1. Walking without looking like a complete idiot. Your paws? Absolutely massive. You were basically born wearing snowshoes. This is great for navigating deep snow, but also means you stumble over your own feet like a baby deer on ice. Mom does not care. She's already moving, and if you can't keep up, sucks to be you. Lesson 2. The Fine Art of Stealth. Snow leopards are supposed to be ghosts, silent, unseen, the ultimate ninja of the mountains. You are the opposite of that. You try stalking your mom, only to trip over a loose rock and faceplant into the snow. She does not look impressed. But hey, practice makes perfect, and after a few months of ambushing literally anything that moves, including your own tail, you're starting to get the hang of it. Lesson 3. Hunting things that don't want to die. One day, your mom brings you to the edge of a cliff, points her head toward a herd of unsuspecting blue sheep, which, by the way, aren't actually blue, false advertising at its finest, and gives you the look. You know, the go handle your business look. You crouch, you sneak, you get about 5 feet before, whoops, you accidentally send a rock tumbling down the mountain. The sheep scatter, and your mom sighs the deepest sigh of her life. It's official. You suck at this. Hunting takes forever to learn. It's not just about sneaking, it's about patience, timing, and executing a calculated takedown. And when your prey lives on the side of a literal cliff, one wrong move doesn't just mean missing dinner, it means tumbling down the mountain and becoming dinner. Chapter 3. Reckless Teen Phase. By the time you hit your teenage phase, you think you own these mountains. You're bigger, stronger, and starting to feel like a proper predator. But just like any overconfident teen, you make stupid mistakes, like the time you tried to hunt a full-grown ibex by yourself. Bad idea. Very bad idea. Turns out ibex are basically goat ninjas that can run up vertical cliffs like they have cheat codes. One moment, you're sneaking up on one, and the next, it launches itself straight up a rock wall, leaving you standing there like an idiot. Or the time you got a little too confident with your climbing skills. Yeah, snow leopards are expert rock climbers, but even experts have limits. One slip, and suddenly you're sliding down an icy slope, flailing your legs like a malfunctioning tumbleweed. Chapter 4: Lone Ghost Life. Eventually, your mom decides she's done raising you. One day she just leaves. No dramatic farewell, no I'll always love you speech. Just gone. Welcome to adulthood. Snow leopards are loners. No packs, no prides, no backup. You're on your own now, wandering the Himalayas, trying to find food, territory, and a place to exist without getting into fights with other snow leopards. Speaking of fights, territorial disputes are nasty. Snow leopards don't just casually ask each other to leave. Nope. It's a whole performance of growling, tail flicking, and, if things get really bad, full on WWE style brawls. You either stand your ground or get kicked out of the neighborhood like an unwelcome guest. Hunting? Still hard. Blue sheep, ibex, marmots. Nothing wants to just be eaten. And let's not forget the altitude. Imagine chasing your food at 15,000 feet, where the air is thin and every sprint feels like you've just run a marathon. Chapter 5: The Midlife Crisis. You've made it to adulthood. You've survived the blizzards, the failed hunts, and the occasional existential crisis of being a fluffy murder machine in the middle of nowhere. But now, something weird is happening. You're not as fast as you used to be. Your jumps? Not quite as precise. Your landings? Oof! That hurt. Welcome to the snow leopard midlife crisis. Your body isn't the same sleek, agile killing machine it once was. The ibex you used to chase with ease now seem way too energetic. You start relying more on ambush tactics, aka waiting and hoping something dumb walks into your claws. And honestly, it works. Works smarter, not harder. You also start seeing younger snow leopards creeping around the edges of your territory. They look cocky, too cocky, and suddenly you understand why old snow leopards get so grumpy. You were that annoying little punk once. Now you're the one swiping at youngsters, reminding them that you're still here, for now at least. Chapter 6: The Struggle Never Ends. Eventually, if you're lucky, you survive long enough to not suck at this whole snow leopard thing. You claim a territory, establish yourself as a top predator, and maybe, just maybe, find a mate. But even then, life isn't easy. Snow leopards are rare, human encroachment is a problem, and food is never guaranteed. And if you're a female, congrats. Now you get to endure the absolute nightmare that is single motherhood in the Himalayas. And just like your mom did, you'll raise a fluffy little idiot who has no idea what they're doing. And so, the cycle continues. Being a snow leopard? Yeah, it's majestic. It's mysterious. It's badass. But easy? Oh, absolutely not. If you think the snow leopard had it tough, wait till you see what this animal had to go through. Trust me, you won't believe it.